About setting everything up. Okay. Turn this bad baby on. Come on, B. Took a bath. Come on. Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, I just had to reboot the computer. Did you get a good night's rest?
No, I slept on 2 beanbags. That's my night's rest.
Yeah, I had an interesting night's rest. I mean, like, I slept early. And then I put, like, since I worked last week, it really ruffled up my body. What the heck was that?
What?
Nothing.
The noise?
No, not the noise. It was, the computer's kind of like not loading up the screen. I'm like, what the hell? Man. Hold on. Come on. Why does this have to act this way? Okay. Okay. Why is it not wanting to do its job? Close player. Okay, now it wants to work. Good. Yeah, last night I went to bed early, and, I put some stuff on my, like, ice and hot patches, and some liquid of icy hot to deal with my muscles pain that I was dealing from working. And during the middle of the night, it burned me like most of the sleep through, and I hardly had any real good night's rest.
You lackeys must have had a lot of time on your hands if you crossed the ocean just to see us.
You're in no position to talk down to the likes of me. Now, princess, right this way.
Huh? What does he mean, princess?
The princess standing right here in front of us.
Yuri, but how did you... What? Estelle's a princess? I suspected as much myself. Rita? Wait, you've got to be kidding.
So, are you playing games right now?
Yeah.
Which games?
What happened to my friends?
Lee.
Why, they'll be drawn and quartered for abducting a member of the royal family, of course.
With Terry?
Who?
Tori?
No, she's not on.
Please, wait. I wasn't abducted.
Oh.
What a mouthy young lady you are. This way, please.
That's all I ever do is play my filth.
Estelle!
Now,
Oh.
like the flies you are.
Arrest the culprit Yuri Lowell and his accomplices.
Where's that kitty?
Just a minute. This prize catches mine. I won't let you take him from me that easily.
Catch? Our duties are not to be carried out in the fashion of a hunt. Did I not also hear someone mention dying earlier?
You did. What is wrong with condemning criminals to their deaths?
Should not criminals be captured and judged in accordance with the laws?
I suppose I can let you have these little worms. If it isn't Schwan, it's Flynn. These even that commandant.
Yeah.
Please, Your Highness, do watch your step.
But I...
Yes, right this way.
Arrest them in the name of Captain Schwan.
Okay, Yuri Lowell gang, it's curtains for you, I say.
What do you mean, gang? Hey! Get your hands off me! Do you know who I am? But I haven't done anything. Don't hurt them. I beg you.
Estelle, don't worry.
Yuri.
Just start walking. Walk.
Ow! Hey, watch it with the pulling.
Sir Schwan, we shall take these undesirables to Heliord. All members, fall out.
I never caught that one.
Continuing on, we will review the
Please do.
Is it true that you threw a knight
Why
sent to
like all
collect
these
the
fucking
taxes
sounds are so
into
low?
the river?
What with the
Game.
Wow, I'd forgotten about that. Was that you, Tweedledee?
Like all my games are so
That's
fucking low.
right. I was in bed with a cold for 3 whole days
Yeah.
thanks to you.
How many more of these are there? This is getting pretty boring.
I wonder what'll happen to me.
So I'll write, you have no signs of in the report. Then.
is it you can't control the volume?
Where's that
You
do-nothing
can,
captain
but
of yours
I'm
anyway?
just like in the middle of the game,
was his
so I don't
name?
want to like turn
Schwan?
it up or I may like die.
Oh.
Playing hooky because he's the big shot.
You dare mock our
Because I
captain.
have to actually go
Sir
into the
Schwan
settings
is a
and do
legendary hero, and a veteran
Oh.
of the Great War 10 years ago.
So basically, His Eminence would never stoop so low as to deal with nobodies like us.
Quiet, I say. Quiet. Getting on.
Your Excellency, Commandant Alexei, to what do we owe this pleasure?
Alexei. What?
I'm definitely thinking about going
All
to
your
the...
crimes are hereby pardoned by the good graces of their Highnesses Esteles and Yoder.
What? But these foul criminals have disturbed the peace of the Empire.
The Imperial Knights thank you for rescuing Prince Yoder and protecting Princess Esteles.
Please, take this.
We've got no need for this. It's not like we did those things for the sake of the knights.
I see.
What about Estelle?
She has just given her consent to be returned to the Imperial capital.
What? Well, I guess she is a princess after all.
The princess is waiting at the inn. We would be pleased if you made an appearance.
Yeah, I'm hoping to go see the doctor real soon due to my kneecap because of I don't know what happened last week, but my kneecap kind of like bulged over, and when I was 19 years old I got into a terrible wreck, and they put a stake in my leg, and my kneecap doesn't act up. It's very rare it acts up, but it act up. And when I last did work, I couldn't go up a ladder because it would mess with my kneecap. And I don't have to go to work this week, but I definitely know I'm going to have to go back to work, and I'm going to have to start using ladders again. So I need to figure out what's wrong with my kneecap. Other than that, it's quite fine.
Just don't put too much pressure on it. Or strain it too much. When are you getting that checked out?
It's weird. I don't know. It feels like the stake got moved out of place, out of the kneecap. It rarely acts up. I mean, the last time it acted up was about 8 years ago. I think it has to do with me moving my kneecap back and forth. I had no idea. Wait. I don't feel good. So I felt like it. Oh! Tori just messaged me. I just messaged her back. What the heck? Okay. Sorry, she messaged me, so I'm... Yeah.
It's not my decision to make.
Well, I guess that's true, but...
More importantly, where are we?
This is the city of Heliord. Geographically speaking, it's located between Torum Harbor and the city of Dawngrest. It was only just recently built. It's still a very new town. If you follow this road to the east, you'll hit Caer Bakram, where we were earlier. Cut through the west, and go to the northwest to reach Dawngrest.
I see. Well, maybe I'll have a look around the town a bit.
I've got my own business to attend to.
What to do?
Do you ever heard of the Fate series?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's a bunch of servants and a bunch of mages going on a holy war. And they're trying to get the Holy Grail, which is an omnipotent a veil that grants wishes. Hold on a second. My friend was asking about Tori and his the server, and I just informed him.
Who? Amber?
Yep. What, did he just message you?
No, I don't know them.
Yeah.
Just guessing.
Yeah, Amber just messaged me right now, and I just told him that she hasn't set up the
server yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got through telling him right now again. He's showed me a picture of it.
So both of you were here the whole time.
Yuri, what's your speech in front of His Royal Highness? You could at least show due courtesy to the gracious pardoner of your crimes.
It's okay, Flynn. Miss Estelise and I acted of our own volition.
You've already heard about Lady Estelize then, I see.
Yeah, I heard.
Yuri, I thought that traveling with you would be to Her Highness's own benefit, but...
The royal family can't be allowed to romp all over the countryside without restraint.
That's not very convincing coming from you.
I apologize. But now especially, it's undesirable for the royal family's concerns to be brought into the public eye.
Concerns? You mean whether you or the princess is next in line for the Imperial throne?
Correct. There are currently two opinions.
It's not showing up.
Imperial Knights and that of the Council.
Okay. Hold on a second. Sorry about that.
For what?
Well, he's messaging me, and I'm trying to say she switched it up and she's not finishing editing it. Yeah, it's like...
Your Highness, there's no use hiding any details from him when he already knows so much. The Imperial Knights are backing my own ascension to the throne. Meanwhile, Miss Estelize has the support of the Council.
She's a princess after all.
Yeah, he's just said, yeah, I know about that, but it should show the members in case of that, and I'm saying I have no idea about that.
Yes, her relation may be a distant one.
Not if you don't have friends, you don't get to view people that are online or offline.
Permission?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's questions answered.
That's gotta be tough for the Knights, too. Even if she's the rival of their candidate for the throne, it's not like they can just stop protecting the princess, is it?
Yeah.
Yuri, this matter is...
So hopefully he doesn't answer.
I don't know anyone odd enough to be interested in information like this.
Do you mind if I invite him to the server, or would that be an issue?
No, I don't care.
Okay. Okay.
This server is open to all.
Okay. Okay. Thought I sent it. I thought it was something everybody can see by default. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to get a hold of Darth earlier.
This place, and then I'm going to take a load off at the inn. Thanks for the chat.
Wait, I say!
Hey, it's Tweedle A and Tweedle B.
I don't know if he's going to show up or not. He's been having one of his little...
Something I can help you two with?
Moments.
Yeah, he's kind of either depressed or he's not feeling good.
If you have a direct pardon from His Highness Yoder, I say that does not change the fact that you committed crimes against the Empire.
As members of the Imperial Knights, our honor will not allow us to simply let that slide.
Just wait. Okay, forewarning, I just ate an edible. Okay. I think he showed up. I think he's going to show up. I don't know about that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he did show up. So he might pop in. He might pop in.
Yuri Lowell, you will battle with us here, I say, fair and square.
If you beat us, we'll
He might show up any second now. He said he ate something, so...
Claims you can't back up. Since when did you two have the authority to forgive people their crimes?
Regardless, we must battle. Battle!
If that's what it takes to make you happy, I get...
Excellent. Come with...
Yeah.
Yeah, an edible Dara is weed.
Oh!
Kiss your freedom goodbye.
I say.
How did you know that? Did he message you?
Again, you're claiming
No,
regular
you just said
techniques
that.
as your own. That doesn't belong.
Oh!
I say be quiet.
The burst art, huh?
I never heard that term before.
You don't know how it's done.
Really?
Yeah. A couple years ago, they said that dabbing is another word from doing weed.
Before that happens,
Dab.
reduced
Or
to no more
the
than...
dabbing is, I mean, yeah.
Maybe it has
But
something
it's
to
also
do with
the
over limit.
quote unquote.
I say watch me now.
Yeah, he
Real night.
got
What are you doing?
Huh. Burst art. I wonder if I could...
There's no way an amateur...
And now...
come on.
Ah, be careful.
Arcane art.
Take this.
Ugh, that's my mouth.
That's enough for today. I say
Yeah. Oh no. I would be trying to get a hold of Dylan, but Dylan's been having his hands tied up. I don't know what he's been doing. He sometimes answers and he sometimes doesn't. Oh, quit your whining. Hello? Oh, hello. I don't know. Do they have the, wait. He's here. He is here. Hi. I'm in the call. I know that. I just noticed that right now. I'm guessing you can only talk through chat commands, right? Do you have the KD bot?
No, are you trying to play music?
The KD bot can take this, these texts right here and turn them into...
You saying about TTS where it like reads it to you?
Yeah, it does.
Be shy, like I also smoke, I hope you know that.
Oh. I thought it was actually your meds that you use for your, you know, your exotic pain pills.
Man, nothing like some good exercise before turning in for the night. I guess I'll hurry back to the inn.
Oh! Oh!
That's what edibles are, Darren.
Well, there is the type that, you actually, smoke.
Yeah, it's called bud. Or it can be dabs as well, you can smoke those too.
And then there's like, I've heard of, there's pills that is medicinal marijuana.
Hey, I thought you went to siesta leave.
She seems to be asleep already. We can still talk tomorrow.
Right.
And then I'm not so sure about, like, weed in food.
What's the matter, Repeat?
Did you guys hear
I could go on all day about the difference, but it's not important.
Oh, I've been hearing that the barrier blasty has been acting up lately.
Hey, hold your horses.
I can't.
Commandant Alexei is there, isn't he? He should be able to take care of it.
Rita, if we let you go out on your own, it'll be just another repeat of a meat hell.
Well, if you want, we could at least let Flynn know about it.
It's been a while since the Imperial Knights of Infinity. Forgot how tiring it was. Even the Princess and His Highness Yoder got involved. And 2 captains and the Commandant. And with Flynn here too, they're leaving the capital totally defenseless. Pretty sloppy work.
So, Ember, have you been doing better lately?
I guess I can talk.
Oh.
Want to? Yeah.
Still been depressed and still lots of pain.
Me, random stuff has been happening to me lately. Recently, my stomach has been going on and off. It's been on and off sore. and my kneecap gave out. Did I tell you that I got hit by a car when I was 19?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so I got a stake in my leg. It's not the only thing that I have. I have something in my fever bone, and then I have a stake that keeps it in place. And when my kneecap buckles, and it rarely does this, the stake, it kind of moves or it's odd in places, and it can really be a pain to walk or move into that. And very rarely does it pop out. And it popped out somewhere last week. And I had to go to work, and I went over to Lowe's to do inventory, and had to go up and down from a ladder.
The barrier blastia has been making some noises. You think it's okay?
And it affected my kneecap throughout the whole time. So they put me on the ground floor. And I don't have any work to do this week at all, except maybe my schoolwork. However, I do have to go back to work, and my knee, I don't know how it's doing per se, but I definitely want to go to the doctor and get it checked out.
You came all the way here because you were worried about that? As always, Yuri, you can't leave well enough alone if you see anything amiss.
Hey, it's not me. She was the one that...
It's obvious that something's not right with that Blastia. Let me have a look at it.
This Blastia is currently in a state of repair. I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you to examine it.
Why?
Vibration. Don't tell me that was the Blastia.
Maybe something's happened to the Blastia.
Let's get out of here.
Your Highness, you must stay here.
Have you, have you been, have you got a hold of Pineapple?
Let me go! I can't just leave him like this. The air is just pouring out of this thing. At this density, it might kill someone.
And what about you?
I'm worried about him.
Damn it!
Oh.
Like,
It's okay. I'll just readjust the volume of air. You'll be just like me.
I don't really want to talk about it with people that I'm just meeting, so yeah.
Oh.
Lead the civilians out of the city as well as the princess
Oh.
and the others.
Oh. I'm just trying to make conversation.
Yeah, I know, it's just, yeah.
The flow of air has outstripped its capacity. At this rate, it'll either slow
Yeah, I'm working on that, but, yeah. It's just, I also wanted to show him this game, but that's okay.
Your Highness! What is she?
Rita, I'm
There's a lot
here.
to tell me about yourself. I've heard so much about you. I've never talked to you before.
Commandant?
Actually, some people call me fortunate. I'm a streamer.
Got it.
And that's all I got.
Oh, he's a moderator, and he's a real good one.
Rita, hang
Right?
on.
Yeah. Sorry for zoning out.
You're fine. You're high.
Please,
Yeah.
get a room ready.
Do you even hear what you're saying? You're just as worn out as she is. Prepare rooms at once.
I honestly was not expecting
I'll take her there myself.
get in a call.
Oh.
Carol, can you
I
stand?
hope you don't feel obligated to talk because you're not.
Yeah.
I don't
Come on,
mind
we're going
anything
to.
there. No, mic chat is kind of what it's there for. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. That's not who I am, and even though I know Tori and them are kind of a little extreme, if you've ever been in their server before.
Come in.
This one.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest, I just recently joined that server, and
You can't keep using your healing
it
arts
had a
on
lot
forever,
going
Estes.
on, so I haven't really been able to go in calls.
Yeah, he's been through the windmill for quite some time now. That's why I was asking him about how he's doing.
I can't believe she had to go and
Probably
do
a good
something
thing
like
that you
that.
don't join that server then. At least
Yes.
voice chat.
Once Rita chooses to do
Because
something, she won't listen to any.
You're one to
when
talk. You
new
were
people
just as
come
bad as she
around, they
was.
aren't the best people to hang around, even though Darren may not think so. They say some really interesting
stay
things
here.
that people
You should go
tend
rest.
to.
Aren't you tired from using your healing
All
arts so
kinds of-
much?
Well, I mean,
I'm jealous of Rita. She has something she
Before-
cares about so much.
I, was hanging
And so
around
can you,
this
if you spend enough time
circles. I
looking
mean,
for
I,
it.
No,
I
I'm
was
fine. Yuri,
in, like,
you should
soul
get some sleep
surfers and
yourself.
stuff.
Flynn will get mad at me if you pass out.
Yeah, it's,
So let him get mad at you.
like, there was, like, internet blood sports and stuff going on.
Look, don't come asking me to take your place when you collapse from exhaustion.
And it's
I can't ask you to take my place if I've already collapsed,
pretty
can I?
much, anything goes, like, language-wise, and
Yeah, you could say any
You must think I'm totally useless.
words in the rainbow.
After what happened when you first met me, and at Care Bakram, and today.
I think everyone freaked out today. Even the great Commandant was pretty in over his head. There are lots of things even grown-ups can't do.
Even you, Yuri?
like, it's not really
Yeah, I guess so. It's a tough world.
Now you got the
that
idea.
big a deal to me.
Hey, Yuri?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Do you think you'd want to maybe start a guild with me?
A guild, huh?
Say that for you people because I don't
Yeah, that's an
know who
idea.
you are. I don't know your
Yeah,
I'll think about
I
it.
get it.
Really?
And my
What, you're
server is
surprised?
the complete opposite. Like, my community
I thought
is
you'd say, no way! I've been in enough messes
for
already!
everybody,
Or
and it's
something.
not a toxic person in here.
Not all adults
That's
think
just
like that, you know.
Toxic out in the general chat or to any of my
Anyway, it's late. Let's get some rest and see how
I
she's
mean-
doing in the morning.
It's kind of similar from my server too.
I've spent some time in some really toxic environments. So, yeah, I'm kind of used to people being that way, but yeah. Like, I'm not really that kind of person.
Not toxic or
Not toxic.
Yeah, I don't think he's not. I mean, he can play the game.
Also, Dylan calls you she, and Dara calls you he, and I was told you're transitioning. I don't want to be disrespectful and call you he if that's not what you're looking for. So are you expecting me to call you
Come
he
in.
or she? Sure.
Glad to see you're awake.
Or if that
After I
makes you
told her
uncomfortable.
over and over to call me before she collapses.
It's complicated.
Are you wanting to transition?
You didn't think she'd really listen to you, did you?
Because I have a lot of friends that are also transgender, which I don't
She
care
looks
about
happy.
that. Like, it doesn't really bother me like some people, so I just don't
Hey,
want to be
so
disrespectful and be like,
What do you
oh,
think Esteliz thinks of me?
if that's not what you like. Well,
why are you making that
this
face?
is a conversation that
I just didn't think you were the kind of person who cared what other people thought.
Yeah, it's
Forget
a
it.
complicated
You can go now.
one.
Compared to those formulas of yours, she should be easy to figure out.
Rita!
It is true he is thinking of transitioning, but he's basically in the beginning stages of his transitioning since the last time I've been updated about his progress. Or her progress.
But be careful. It's just when you think you've recovered that you're in the most danger.
when I consider transitioning, I don't mean genuinely just the surgery. I mean,
It's all right.
it's
I'm
at this
fine.
point. That's what I consider
Also,
transitioning.
you
I
don't
know
need to
some
pretend to be
people don't
using
really
that
consider
Blastia
you
anymore.
being transgender until you've had the surgery. I had a friend who I'm not necessarily
What do
friends
you
with
mean?
anymore, but
It's
they
pretty cool that
were-
you can use
they
healing
tried to
arts without a
transition
Blastia.
in the middle of me being friends with them. Their name used to be Jake, and they switched their name to Aurora. So, I mean, it took me a few moments, but I ended up just calling them Aurora and calling her she, and that's just kind of how it.
Hey, it's
how
that
it is for
dragon
me.
freak!
So, I mean, it's not like I haven't been experienced with something like that, or someone going through things like that. I'm a very open person, and I'm also a psychologist, so I meet millions of different people every day.
I didn't know that. You're a psychologist?
Are you alright?
Yeah, I went to
Don't
school
you
for
ever learn?
I'm in the process of that.
Yeah,
It sounds like the sky
that's
is
why I
falling
really
in
said
here.
those things.
What's
I didn't
going
want to
on?
jump on the bandwagon and be like, oh yeah, you know, I went to psychology for 7 years and
What was
blah
that
blah
thing?
blah, whatever. And that's why I found it super interesting.
Just
to
when the
read
conversation was getting interesting.
your PowerPoint.
That's enough talk about Estelle's healing arts for
I
now.
studied that for years. I studied people when people first meet me. I dealt with Vesperia when people first talk to me.
Fine by me. I pretty much
genuinely
figured it out
assess
anyway.
Who you are by the way that you speak, by the way you present yourself.
Don't look at me like that. Do I really look like that much of a bad guy to you?
Because I deal with
Yes.
everyone's problems, and I can't even deal with my own. So,
Hey, wait! What's going on, you guys?
I just...
the side of my grinder.
For me, sometimes I can tell, sometimes I can't tell.
Well, if you ask the right questions, then you'll always be able
Well,
to.
take care on the way back to the capital.
Okay.
You got that correct. That's what I used to do when I was 17, and that was before I got into the car wreck, and then the car wreck really messed everything up. Somebody said that I had brain trauma, but I can't read that in any psychology book of why my brain regressed.
You have everything?
That
Wouldn't want to have to come back later.
trauma.
If I forget anything, you'll bring it to me. Won't you, Yuri?
Yeah, right. Okay,
If
let's
you were
go
in that
find
bad
Flynn.
car wreck, your brain can regress.
What
or
are you
skip
all
the
gonna do
development
after
because
this?
Your brain is constantly growing until you reach the. Well, you said you got into a car wreck at 17.
19.
19
Well,
your
we
brain
did
was
lose track of the blood a lot.
That's easy.
So,
We can just go to
you could skip the
Dongrest.
development in your brain.
Or not.
That could cause you to have issues later on in life. There's just many things that happen in life that can really fuck you up mentally and physically.
Man, if I go back there now, they'll all just laugh at me.
Dongrest? That's the guild city, right?
Your friend gets shot
Yeah,
in front of you, and then
I thought we could find out about the...
What direction is it from here?
It's really, really weird, but
Well, it's to the west, I guess, but...
Yeah, same here. I used to be locked up really tight based on something that happened to me when I was 15.
Let's check it out then. Might be helpful for anybody thinking you're starting a guild too.
Huh? We're starting a guild? Well, let's go then.
Also, I finished that PowerPoint presentation.
Did you present it?
I don't actually have to present it. I had to put audio over it. And then send it in to the teacher.
It doesn't seem like that Flynn character is around here.
Does that mean you're staying with us for now?
Well, would that be all?
Carol, don't fill the princess.
You cannot simply do as you wish. Your Highness must
I'm
return
gonna
to the
get
capital.
some water. I don't know how she feels when it comes to.
Wait, what'd you say there?
I was trying to go off about like the DSM-5 for about a second. They did some changes into it, and I don't agree with most of them, especially when I read the DSM-5, or the one that I have, and the writing for one of the changes that I was discussing into that PowerPoint presentation is the biggest culprit of them all, because they combined autism and Asperger's together, and in the DSM-5, it really does not have a clear guideline of what Asperger's is compared to what they had in the DSM-4. It's like they put it down as the first level in autism, and then they kinda blurred some of the requirements out.
Flynn is already set out to tend to other business. Now then, Rita Mordio, we would like you to investigate yesterday's Blastia malfunction.
That's pointless. I looked at him this morning, but I couldn't figure anything out.
No, we would ask that you go to the forest of Cave Mock.
Cave Mock, huh?
What's your opinion about it?
The plants affected by the disaster here look just like the ones in that forest.
About Asperger's being under DSM-5 and like how it changed, or
Yeah, about the autism spectrum disorder, DSM-5, and the Asperger changed into involving into a subset of autism.
We have reports of tree mutations and of monsters increasing in both number and aggressiveness.
Like the DSM-5 and the umbrella in general.
Messengers have gone to the capital, but much time will be wasted finding a gifted mage.
Kind of very broad. And
I specialize in Blastia. Plants are out of my league.
Consider their connection to the air.
Brain defects,
I imagine that is within your league.
Disorders was the hardest thing for me because it is a lot.
Besides,
very, very difficult.
if Estella's going back to the capital,
so, like,
I want to go with her.
So basically, what I know
What do you mean?
is that how do I explain this in simple terms?
You are a researcher in an Imperial Blastia laboratory. You must undertake the tasks assigned to you.
Which is the autism spectrum disorder, right?
Yeah. I think 3, if not more.
If I accompany her to the forest, right?
Princess, please do not make suggestions that are simply out of the question.
Disorder, and then pervasive
If this does have something to do with air, then my healing arts would...
Yes, they would.
Now what
Please,
is it?
Alexei, let me do my part to help.
Autism spectrum with various degrees.
Your Highness, I simply cannot allow you to go to such a dangerous forest.
Yeah.
Well, what if... Yuri,
Honestly, I feel
will
like
you come with us?
it's kind of I don't know. Like they're just trying to make it simple for everyone else.
If Yuri were to come, you wouldn't be worried, right?
There are many different types of autism.
Not to interrupt, but I
Young man, please escort the princess.
They didn't want to send it publicly in the server.
Okay, one sec. Well, hold that thought, Dara. I'll answer your question in a second.
Okay.
I ask this of you only because you once sought to join the Imperial Knights.
All the underhanded. I didn't ask anybody to count on me. You're pushing me into this.
It seems I can take that reply as indication of your
Would you
agreement.
like me to reply openly, or?
Well, I mean,
But there's something I have to do as well.
I just didn't want to
We go to the
type
forest
it to
after
the
Dunrest.
server. It's just the 3 of us, and God knows.
Very well.
Well, I just want you to feel comfortable, like saying it. It was more comfortable for you.
Your Excellency.
Yeah, like.
It seems Flynn foresaw this outcome.
Yeah, I just
He did
want
what?
to type that publicly in the server.
He left this message for you. Take care of Her Highness.
So, would you like me to reply over voice or through text?
Well,
All right
For the
then.
record, you're not the
The
boss.
forest
You
of
don't
Cape
make a
Rock
map
by way of
because
Dawngrest.
Genuinely.
1 moment.
Helping people. No problem. I'll talk to Dara. Dara, what I feel is
I have a job
basically
for you.
that having a full spectrum and then only having degrees like of 1 to 3 and whatever, I feel like it doesn't really shed light on what disorder they have, because not everything like Asperger's and just what's another disability? What's that one? The one that basically paralyzes you and
I don't know that one. I only recently heard.
Sorry about that. My mom came tomorrow.
you're good.
It's only recently I'd noticed that they changed the autism and Asperger's thing. Somebody brought up the fact that I was saying that the person's got Asperger's, and they said they have completely nerfed that whole thing, and everybody that I spoke to kind of disagrees with it, and I kind of disagree with it. However, I do think there was some good for the autism spectrum being like the way that it is, because there are similarities between autism and Asperger's. I just think that they did a bad job, per se, in the execution. Because I got the DSM-5 and I was looking through some of the criteria to qualify as autistic, and the wording in the criteria does not fit certain characteristics very well, especially with autism and then, Asperger's, whereas the Asperger syndrome was very specific.
I'm very old-fashioned school. I don't know when they changed this whole thing. This is very new to me. Like, I know very little about the DSM-5 and all that. So can you just briefly explain to me, or correct me if I'm wrong, did they take out Asperger's syndrome, which was very defined and, explained everything, and then they put it under the autism spectrum disorder, and then kind of just lessened the depth?
That's pretty much what I gathered from looking through it, because they were at the part of the project was how did that compare to the DSM-4 per se, and I looked at the DSM-5. I've been looking at it for the last couple of years because I think we have suspected, or we have claimed, that Darth has Asperger's or autism spectrum to some degree. I think it's more Asperger's than autism. That's not the only thing he has. He has other stuff to go with it. So we were looking through autism and trying to read it to do the diagnosis, and the wording of it was absolutely terrible, to say the least. I don't have the DSM-5 in front of me right now to go look at it. And then, as more details came in when they said Asperger's is a level 1 requirement, a level 1 autism, they have, they are high functioning, they're able to do work, they're not as handicapped, but they do have this order, but they don't really go very further into it. And that's what I find to be very insulting.
Okay, so they're more, I understand. What they're talking about is genuine, just physical. Like, what they can do themselves. Like, okay, they can work, they have the ability to do this and this and this. I only can say multiple things about Asperger's because my brother has that, and I know him to a T. Like, I know him. I know how he thinks. I know how he reacts. And before, I do remember them, like when I was looking up about Asperger's when I was first trying to diagnose my brother. I do remember them talking about more mental, like what they think or like how they react. My brother has very bad anger issues. My brother is not, like, he cannot connect with people socially. Like, he's very, very school smart. I remember them saying that in there, but they lack common sense. And now this is just genuine, like, okay, can they work? Can they do this correctly? So I kind of agree with you when they say they don't go into too much depth about it anymore. Like, they kind of just throw it under, okay, no one really cares about this one, so let's just throw it under an umbrella. So I agree with you.
Well, they had similarities.
They do, but there's also very, very big differences. Like, compared to someone that has maybe a level 3, then they go into depth about that. But why is an Asperger?
Yeah. Well, I don't even. Actually, they kind of don't quite go into that too much. But, like, they have severity levels and describe very briefly about those discussions on each level, but they don't. They basically said one's more severe, it needs high support, low support, and then some of the major problems with it. I'm looking at it right here. Per se, I have it right in front of me as we speak. The other thing that I don't like about it is nowadays everybody labels themselves as both autism and Asperger kids are now under the label autism. And if you really talk to them, you could figure out the fact that they're Asperger's, if you know what I'm saying.
So are you saying that you don't consider Asperger's a form of autism?
I do think of it as a form of autism in some... I think of it more as a cousin of autism. Like, they have some similarities, but there's some differences. Yeah.
I feel like we kind of can't do that because that would be like isolating the people that have Asperger's into their own little category instead of making them part of the group. If you want to look at it at a different standpoint, and because of the similarities, even though that they may be minor, it still has a form of autism because it's a mental disorder.
Yeah. But there's a lot of similarities between autism and ADHD, and they don't lump those two together. But I think of it more like, it's hard to say it because my viewpoint is that they should make similar to what they have right here, but branch it out a little bit, saying that here's a broad spectrum, like a broad family of similarities between similar disorders, and then have like autism, Asperger's, ADHD, and the like in their own little category. So somebody can generally see the issue per se and look at it in a simpler tone of particular, and then later go into further details about the conditioning that they have. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no.
Don't get careless.
backed up evidence. Very good memory. And I never really thought of that.
Years before you can be me.
Because you've lived a lot longer, right?
Not exactly.
For those OCD, even though maybe a very minor, whatever, it's all overlooked. So I mean, now when you bring up that, I agree with you like wholeheartedly that there needs to be a little bit of a difference. They need to branch out a little bit because, I mean, I have ADHD, I have OCD, and I'm not considered autistic or being underneath that autism spectrum. And it's very interesting to think about. I never thought of it as that.
Yeah, and if you were like to listen to, like, Ember here is in the autism spectrum, and and he could tell you all about his opinions about that, and based on the stuff that I know, and the stuff that I had to study for that project, revolving around Asperger and autism. If he was diagnosed in like 2010, he would be an Asperger's kid or Aspie kid. And that's just based on the study that I just said. And then having conversations with him about that, it's very fascinating, and it has a different feel to it because they use that general yellow pencil in a box like setting that I really don't think is appropriate when diagnosing somebody under a specific condition. And not to mention, in my research, they said that if somebody has that, per se, it's best to get the diagnosis early so that they know what they're up against and that the person can have a better life. However, I also think that they need to be properly diagnosed with exactly what they need so that we can fix the problem instead of doing a broad brush on the issue per se. Does that make sense?
What, DSM, not DSM, the level 1, 2, or 3, whatever they just said that you had level 2 autism. Instead of pinpointing what you actually have, like Asperger's or cerebral palsy, things like that, they wouldn't give you the right, what's the word I'm looking for? Treatment. They would just give you a broad treatment.
This is Dongress, my hometown.
I'm not entirely certain about that. I'm a little bit questioning about the specifics on that. I definitely know that speaking with some of the boys, per se, like, there's this guy named Luke Jen, okay, and he's autistic, and autistic is very broad, and because they have him, like, he's been diagnosed and all this with autism and that sort of stuff, his mother was treating him as a severe case of autism instead of somebody that's high functioning autism. And generally speaking, the average unintelligent person would be throwing that term or putting a negative connotation on that person in general, when if he was diagnosed with Asperger's, they wouldn't be doing the same thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand.
Not to mention, there is a difference between autism and Asperger's, and his buddy.
It's run entirely by the guild.
We were talking about Asperger's and autism together, like, and he's like, I never heard of this Asperger's, and then he was like discussing his problems, and he was saying, well, I had speech problems until I was like 4 or 6 years old, so I definitely got autism, but is it Asperger's autism or is it autism? And it was like a big tug-a-roo, a big road tug-a-roo on a psychological analyzing.
Still occupying your mind,
Well, we're talking about autism. There's not very much depth into we have very few far between.
I just find it surprising that, like, there's your first example.
I used you just a minute ago. And you, it's a little bit difficult because
long story.
Yeah, it's a long story. Demi, the Skull Kid, seems to be more around the autistic side of things on a higher functioning, whereas his best friend seems to be more Asperger's than autism. But on the same token, when they both said autism, and knowing that Asperger's and autism are very similar but distinctly different, it's very hard to, get the picture across.
It's just a prejudice people have about the guilds.
I'm sure the bad reputation of the Blood Alliance is to blame for that.
Yeah. Jeez, Yuri, you make it sound like I'm a villain.
If you're a villain, what does that make him?
Point taken. So, how should we go about tracking down Barbaros?
The best way is probably to stop by the Union and check there.
The Union, a guild collective run by the 5 so-called Master Guilds.
Yeah, the Union also serves as the city's government.
But how is this gonna work? Isn't Barbos' Blood Alliance one of the 5 Master Guilds?
Which means if we lay a hand on him, we'll be picking a fight with the Union as well.
We won't know the answer to that until we ask the Dawn.
Okay.
The Dawn is the boss of the Union, isn't he?
He's playing games pretty much the whole time. I didn't recall.
Yep.
I was.
Dawn Whitehorse, leader of Altos, the most powerful of the 5 Master Guilds.
Alright, let's go see what the Dawn has to say then.
Hey, wait. He's not the kind of person you can just meet. I don't really know if...
Please?
What game are you playing, Amber?
Headquarters is in the north part of town.
I'm gonna talk about the NBMs.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Honestly, I think Ember would love the game that you created. It's Dead by Daylight, right? Oh, yeah, I think he would love it.
I don't know. Game's toxic. Sometimes I even hate playing that. And Brad, have you ever heard of Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, I have.
Do you play that game?
No, but it's more because like that's a game where you need to have people to play with.
Hey,
Instead of
what
just
are you doing?
randos.
What? Nothing.
Hmm? Well, if it ain't... What the hell are you thinking coming back
That's pretty
here?
much the only reason that I
Hey,
have not
what's with you?
gotten it.
Yeah, I don't see Nan. She already did you?
No way. She wouldn't stop nagging, so I took off.
It's definitely kind of expensive too for the game being so fucking trash. But I'm addicted, and I put.
This would explain why Carol wasn't too eager to go to Dongrist.
I have tons of friends that play DDD. I mean, my
So
whole
are you the latest guild to take him in?
All this kid can brag about is the number of gifts.
Are these your friends, Carol?
How much does it
You do a lot
cost?
better than these losers.
What did you say?
The reason I
Such undignified men.
am
Shut up.
not
You sure got a way of saying
saying
things. I
about
mean, you're right.
what I'm playing is
Yeah, I know.
to stay within the rules of the server.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to hear that crap either while I'm doing this. Yeah, it's...
Yeah, you just keep
I
talking.
just don't want people posting pictures. Like, I don't care if they're talking about it in voice chat. Just don't be posting.
It's,
Well, it's also a matter of I have a loud voice that travels.
yeah, that's true. It's, I would say the creative word of horn, you know, with a certain level.
Piggy pop or some shit.
Pork.
What's that sound?
Damn it. Come on.
The alarm.
Monsters? Wait,
If so, they've brought quite an army.
Yeah, but don't worry. Even if there have been a lot of monsters around here lately, our barrier here is strong, and it's never been broken before. And the guilds take care of the monsters outside the barrier. Huh? Oh, crap!
the barrier
I played Bang
disappeared?
I played fucking Big Bang Empire.
What the hell is going on? The monsters are gonna get inside!
That's...
Damn it, why do things like this always happen?
You gotta be cursed.
Maybe.
Yuri, we have to go stop the monsters.
I want to go change out the outfits on these guys. I can imagine. Where is the one that looks like he's, not that one. Not that one. Yeah, that one. And we got... if you look at this one, what do you think of this? 765 trainee. Not that one. We're gonna get him with tight pants. Yeah.
This is crazy. Where are all these monsters coming from?
Something isn't right. Doesn't something seem different about the monsters as well? Here they come.
I was like,
Sorry, but you're going bye-bye.
There's more coming.
Why are there so many? Damn it! It's just one right after the other.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. Except when it becomes like situations like this where you gotta be a little bit more creative about your vocabulary. Or until like I just have one of those moments where I'm not really interested in conversations like that at that moment in time.
Thank you so much.
Forget it. Run.
I don't know.
Come see how it feels to get beat.
That old guy is really going after him. Who the hell is he?
It's the Dawn. That's Dawn Whitehorse.
So that's him.
I got the link from one of her streams.
The Dawn's here. Let's kick this monster scum out of here.
Nobody messes with the clouds of...
I need to do some of that myself because my server is pretty much dead.
We couldn't live with ourselves if we let the knights do our dirty work.
Is this really the time for that?
Each and every one of these people left the Empire. There ain't a soul in this town so spineless they go running to you guys.
But
these are the rules of the life we've chosen. It's up to us to make sure those rules...
Holding to your beliefs no matter what's at stake.
So that's what a real guild is like.
Mine is supposed to be more like a broadcast type of generalization, getting the community involved, showing it news and various creators and the like, but I definitely want interaction and...
Hey, you there. Lead the way. What's your name, you know? Where are we going anyway?
The last couple people that have been on there left the server because of they got too many notifications with the numbers on it via the videos showing off the news, but I recently haven't had the time to give the love to broadcast new... What? Oh, you're like the only, practically the only one. There was another guy named Nicky. He left. He specifically said, is there any way we can unsubscribe from this? And I said, you could set it up so that you get...
Disable games is... Okay, a lot of the servers I had actually have that song.
You're coming too.
Guess that's my only option.
I'm kind of a little bit curious, but that's beside the point. The point is, he was saying, like he was getting notifications or stuff like that, and I told him how to get the notifications off the server so that he cannot get pinged, but you're still going to get that number that shows up every single time. And I think he did it so that he can not get the pings or that sort of stuff happening to his phone. But the numbers on the server still happen regardless whether or not you take off the notifications or not. And there's nothing we can currently do on Discord about that. And he ended up leaving. And he's not the only one that has done that. I mean, Tori the Gang used to be on there, and I didn't mind per se. The only thing that I had an issue with is that if they're gonna post edgy stuff, they need to post that edgy stuff in the specific areas, not cause too much of a troubleshoot for people, if you know what I'm saying. Like, one time...
We're too late. This is so horrible. Out of the way.
Tori was mentioning something online that had us deeply concerned about her well-being, and it caused kind of like a scene. And everything was peachy. I didn't mind per se, just don't do it again. And Darth had other words to say about the matter.
Sorry, but you're going bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm doing something in my stream. I'm playing the game on...
How could they do that?
Is that better? I'm sorry.
These are the threads that we on.
Looks like we have those guys to thank for the barrier Blastia failing on us.
But why?
Looks like you've got your hands full over here.
So the Don's little lecture didn't stick?
I'm just doing what I can to help. How's the repair of the barrier Blastia going?
That'll depend on our genius mage here.
The core is still there. They just fiddled with your formula a bit and stopped it, didn't they? What the? This is an amplifier? And this formula again. The same as they were using back on Emerald Hill.
Oh yeah, did you look at it right now and see the outfits that I put on them?
Probably not.
So does your appearance here mean this is tied up with all the Empire's problems?
I don't know.
Yeah, I put it on the more exotic look. Vesperia, Tales of Vesperia.
That's our Rita.
This is the one that I wanted to stream with the whole gang.
Won't be able to complain if we fight monsters outside the city.
We'll leave the monsters to Flynn. Let's go to the Union and ask about Barbos.
You really trust Flynn, don't you?
Only because there's no one else I can trust. That's how I look at it.
Yuri, I don't get you sometimes.
You want a cat like this, or do you... Ember, we got a whole bunch of... We got this. We got this. Do you have any preference? Or do you want it default? I understand. I'm just trying to see, like, here's his default outfit. They have different outfits that you can put them on, and wanted some, I wanted to have the audience participate in some of it by saying, do you want this type of outfit on him? Or do you want this outfit on him? Or you want this outfit on him? I think I might... Gold blade. We could get into like delicate paramedic, a magical maiden, vengeful knight. Oh, campus. Yeah. I wonder what the... Okay, how about... No. Yeah. Okay. Could do this one, or we could do this one. Yeah. And this one. Okay, we're gonna do this one.
Who are you all?
We need to talk to the Dawn about something. Help us out, could you?
It's a matter that concerns the 5 master guilds.
I haven't seen you around here recently. What guild do you belong to?
We don't belong to a guild exactly.
Unfortunately, the Dawn has left town in pursuit of the monsters.
He went after the monsters?
Yes. He plans on taking out the monster nests in one fell swoop.
I see. Thanks for the information.
No worries.
If I went and helped them, I could prove myself to the Dawn.
Oh well, shall we go look for that information in town?
What? We're not going to help the Dawn?
So you know where the monster nests are then?
Oh, a good point.
Since it seems like you won't be making progress anytime soon, I'm gonna go check out Cave Mock.
You know, that's an interesting outfit on her.
How selfish.
I just want to get it out of the way as soon as possible.
Then does that mean Estelle's going along with you?
Yes. I told Alexei I was going to go after all. Don't worry. We'll be fine between the two of us.
Sorry, afraid not. If you got hurt or anything, Flynn would hunt me down and kill me.
You're gonna go, Yuri?
Well, we don't really have any good leads around town that we're following anyway.
Then it's decided. Let's go to the forest of Cave Mock.
Going to a cave mock, are they? What a coincidence.
Oh, yeah, I need it. Switch. Josh. Shoo. Maybe it was better if I bought most of the stuff, like most of the stuff out when I had the others. Everybody doing okay? Yeah. Same here. I'm gonna stay put for quite a bit. Usually my streams are about like somewhere between 3 hours. Okay. Yeah, well, usually this is about, unless it's a specific case like Kingdom Hearts 3, where I end the stream after I beat a world. Usually I'm on for about 3, maybe 5 hours, and I don't. I keep it about that length. I might put another stream on immediately because I'm trying to reuse this footage that I'm currently doing right now. So when I do a review of the game, if I'm going to do a review of the game, I could just pull this up and get the footage and the notes on top of it via the audio that I'm saying right now. And it just works a little bit easier if I have it under about 5 hours esque than having an 8-hour stream. I also have a Twitch account. About a year ago, I streamed on Twitch, which was my KH. She left. Basically, the KH one, I didn't want to stream this on YouTube because the quality of the video was not the greatest, but basically I was trying to get up to level 99 or level 100 before I leave Destiny Islands, the first level. And I would be playing and playing and playing it, and I'd be putting it on Twitch because it doesn't have the quality that I would think would be acceptable on YouTube. And getting this prepared, I probably should have put that on Twitch. But the strangest thing about Twitch is for some odd reason, I don't think it saves the videos.
Let's get this over with.
Or I don't know how to get it to work. I'm not gonna put that type of video on YouTube. That's just almost... That's stuff to interact with people. Yeah, I'm listening.
Have like a YouTube channel specifically designated for like archives of their Twitch streams, because Twitch does not keep stuff forever. Like 2, maybe 3 weeks, and then it's gone.
Oh. Yeah, that's terrible.
Let's eliminate them.
What was that?
I got a little worked up.
Oh, I feel so powerful. Finish that one.
Yeah, this is like one of the times it's best to have like Darth here. I mean, he's a real good participant in these streams. Very live. I don't know what he's doing. I tried contacting him earlier.
Guess we can do this.
Today's been an interesting day because I went to bed kind of like around this time, but I put icy hot on my body because from working last week, it caused some muscle strain. So I put that stuff on to take care of it, and during the middle of the night, it was like really burning me and keeping me up. So I had a really rough sleep. And then I also took a nap this afternoon. due to my lack of sleep. Not to mention, I think a cold front came down in our area, and it literally snowed for the last 2 days. And it was miserably cold.
Let's get this over with.
Have you been sleeping well this past weeks? Or days?
No.
Oh. I was supposed to do plasma today, and I didn't because my heart rate was flying off the wall. And I said if I can't get my heart rate to calm down, I'm not doing it, and I think it has to do with my body trying to repair itself.
Let's get this over with.
No, this isn't scary.
Your legs are shaking.
That's the logical outcome.
I'm gonna hop off.
Okay.
Piece of cake! Don't let him trip you up.
I don't know about me. I'm kind of getting a little tired.
Man, I was just getting warmed up.
next time we talk.
I guess. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna clock out for the night. Have a good one.